Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aditya and today I'm going to be talking about the things that you need to consider before you coming to Denmark if you are a student, and the things that you need to really think about before you make that decision of choosing an education or choosing an university and want to come here to study. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Before we get started, I would like to say that this video is based on my research, and also when I was studying, people I knew, I had talked with them, also people from India and other places, that what was their difficulties that they occur, and decisions that they made was what was not nice, and people who come through consultancies, how bad experience that was. So all these things I'm going to be talking about in this video. So the first thing that you need to consider before you make that decision about coming to Denmark is, choose a right education. So choosing a right education is really important, because many people come here and if they, study and they don't like the education, it's just a waste of money, because the semester fees here, it's almost around 4,500 to 5,000 euros. So that's almost like for Indian students or people who come from Southeast Asia or subcontinent, that's like almost 7 lakhs in today's date. So that's very expensive. So you want to make that right decision about choosing education, because a lot of people come through different consultancies. I would like to say that I'm not affiliated with any consultancies. This is just my people who share their experiences with me. So a lot of people who come through consultancies, that they just want to consultancy, what they do is they just find an education and they just send you here so they can make money. But the thing is, like, you get stuck because you're not the one, you're the one who is studying here, but you don't like the education that you are studying, and there is no job prospect right after the education, like your graduation is finished. So yeah, it's very difficult. So before you do that, you make that right decision, you do a little bit of research what you really like to study. Especially people who like to study masters, it's a little bit easier for them, because choosing a master education is quite easy for them, because they know which stream they want to go in, and also it's easier to choose from different courses that are available for international students. So the problem is with bachelors, people who like to come here right after their high school graduation, or they have studied diploma or whatever and want to pursue their bachelor's degree here in Denmark. So people who want to study bachelors, they need to consider, is the right education. Is it the right education? For example, is it like you're passionate about, it's interest you or whatever. For example, if you had science or mathematics, or want to study engineering, computer science, there are many good courses like international education courses available in different universities. So you might consider that, because if you have a background in commerce or arts or whatever, maybe you want to study marketing or sales or whatever. So yeah, so do this little bit research, because it's very important once you come here. People think it's quite easy when you come here as a student. No, it's not, because that's the harsh reality here. Because when you come here as a international student, the thing is, this is not an English speaking country, but even though a lot of people love to talk in English here, it won't be a problem. But still, when you go for work, if you're working in a Danish company or medium size or low size company, their clients are locally based, and they communication is always in Danish. So you have to consider that. The thing is, before you also choose the education, do a little bit research about what's it like to be after the graduation. What are the job prospects? Is there many jobs available in this particular field that you would like to study in Denmark or Europe, for that matter, or somewhere else? So probably if you're coming to study here, you want to study work in Europe too, or in Denmark especially. So yeah, do a little bit research about that, because right now there's IT industry is booming. There are so many jobs available, and it's also on the positive list at the immigration side. So when you apply for a visa for this education or whatever, it's much easier for you to get the visa. But yeah, it's not only important about the visa that you want to come here. Many people come here, they think they will just come here and earn money. It's not that easy, because if you're coming to study, you have to choose the right education. It's also quality education that you want, or something that interests you, because you don't want to waste that hard-earned money on something education that you really don't enjoy. So please do consider the right education for you and what suits you the most. Yeah, so second thing, so it's important when you choose an education that also the university that you're applying in is a good university. It's known and recognized by the Danish authorities. So probably all the universities here in Denmark are recognized, but still sometimes, consultancy, they just want to, send you here, and then they don't care about how it's like, what is it, a good university, is the program good, or teaching is good in that university. They don't consider all these things. So it's you who have to take this stand, and you do a research about this. And it's also important that it has to be a recognized university that you're applying in, because otherwise you will not get the visa. So do consider that. If you want to find out more, maybe you can Google that university, find out people who have studied there earlier, or join a Facebook group or LinkedIn group and ask them how it's like, how's the studying the process. For example, when I studied here, there was two different way of teaching. For when I studied my bachelor, it was more like individual work and stuff. But when I studied my master's, that university was mainly focused towards working as a team, and team building, and everything was team. So there are different teaching methods that are available in different universities. So we will enjoy working in a group or stuff like that. So you do a little bit research about that. You talk to the people that they have studied in that university, or if you have any questions, please write them in the comment, and I will answer those. So yeah, those are two things that you need to consider. And then the next one is, if you're really considering coming to Denmark, then, or any other universities internationally, then you have to clear the IELTS. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. The minimum that you need to get is 6.5 bands in IELTS. So IELTS is consist of 4 modules: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So in these 4 modules combined together, you get 9 bands, and you have to get minimum of 6.5 bands. I'm saying minimum because most of the universities here are all over the world, especially I'm going to talk about the Europe. So they take admission based on like 6.5. So when I first came here, it was I had 6.5 bands in English. So it was considered okay, because that was the limit. And if some universities also consider 6 band are okay. So you do check that out with the university, what are their requirements. So you can read all about it. I made a video previously about applying scholarships here in Denmark. So on that, in that description below, I have also listed different universities you can apply scholarship, and you do check that out also, because there also you go on a particular program that you would like to apply, masters or bachelors, and also find out the requirements that you need to fulfill before you consider coming to Denmark. So yes, so IELTS is quite important. So and some people, if you're a bachelor student, or you want to come for bachelor studies, get going now, because I have seen many people, they have struggled with English. But because if you're coming as an international, everything, teaching and everything is done in English. So it's nice to have that communication. So also when you come here, English is the second language, you could say. Danish is the national language here, that you will have to go and study in the language school if you want to, but I would recommend that you do, because it's free for everyone who comes to Denmark. So yeah, along the way, if you want to make friends, go out and have a social life also, and also especially most importantly, in the school, it's all in English. So make sure you have a good understanding of English. Just start reading newspapers, watch some English TV shows, or there's a lot of, nowadays it's not a problem to learn English. So when I was learning English, that was a problem. So but yeah, it's your effort that matters, then how much you put into it, what are your plans and goals and what you want to achieve in life. So do start that slowly. If you're really considering, if you're probably studying in high school now or whatever, so just start building that rhythm of reading English, listening to things, and because these things that will add up into your English language testing system, because when you go for IELTS exam, these things really matter. So the next thing that you need to consider is proof of funds while applying for the education. Also that already I said the fees is quite high for semester. This 4,500 to 5,000 euros. On top of that, if you need the visa, you need to show proof of funds. For example, for one person, if you're coming alone, that you need to show around 6,397 kroners in your bank account. Doesn't have to be in Denmark. It has to be in your Indian account or somehow you can show that on the paper. So per month, so you have to consider that if you're coming for a master's degree, that's two years, so you need to show 6,397 kroners per month for 24 months, so that much amount of money. So it's quite expensive. But when I was coming here also, I went to study New Zealand and stuff. So things like FDs and the deposits you have in your bank, they are also considered as a proof of funds. So I don't know how it's like now, so but do check that out with the immigration. So but like I said, the proof of fund is that 6,397 kroners at this moment. But if you are married or have a family, then you can also bring them on your visa, dependent visa. So but for them also, you need to, per person that you're coming into Denmark on that particular visa, you have to show this much fund per person. So also consider this expenses wise, if you're not belong to a rich family. So it is quite expensive here. Not always it's like this, because if you're a non-European and you're paying for the full tuition fees, there's a high chance, like I would say 80% chance, that you might get a scholarship if you apply for it. I have earlier made the video about how you can get a scholarship here in Denmark. Please do check that out. If you are planning to come for bachelors or masters and you have paid a full tuition fees for one semester, actually this is the minimum requirement that you need to have in order for you to get a scholarship. So when I first came to Denmark, I actually paid my first semester fees, and along the way while I was studying, I had some friends from Kenya and Cameroon. I got to know from them that there is this scholarship, and I applied for the scholarship. I applied for the scholarship while I was studying in the first semester. So and the next semester I got it. So when you get the scholarship, so different places are different things like they offer. The scholarship that I got was they paid the full tuition fees. And whatever fees that I paid for the first semester, I actually got it back. Plus every month they gave me 7,500 Danish kroners expenses that normally in Denmark, when the Danish student or people with residence right, permanent residence, they study, they also get this thing called SU. That's a stipend that you get every month while if you are studying in Denmark. So also it was actually more than that I got as a scholarship, so that was nice. So I actually had to focus more on my studies, didn't have to bother about looking for jobs or so. But yeah, of course, when you apply for this scholarship, there are different things that you can, benefits that you get. So if you're really considering applying for scholarship or studying in Denmark, do check out my old videos. I will leave a link in the description. So yeah, that's it for guys. These are the top things that I had in my mind that you need to consider before you make this decision. So I hope this give you an overview and help you making that right decision. So do consider taking these steps that I mentioned into consideration before you apply for visa or choose an university. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot. If you're not consider subscribing, please leave a comment to let me know that what else that I could do to make it better, or things that you would like to see on this channel. So thank you for now. Bye bye.